Hi there, I'm Kodia Clark, host and producer of the Centering CX podcast or vodcast, depending on where you catch it. What will we be talking about? The show is Centering CX. CX is the abbreviation for customer experience. I will be centering all aspects of service experiences that are relevant to us as customers, consumers, and citizens in a series of practical conversations designed to discover, discuss, and address pain points in the journeys that have been designed intentionally or unintentionally for us. Customer experience in and of itself is the resulting perceptions that we are left with as we interact with businesses, brands, and even governments. These perceptions are formed from each interaction that is part of the journey we undertake to access services, to fulfill needs and wants, whether or not there is a cost associated. Customer experience management is therefore the ongoing effort towards designing a seamless experience at every imaginable touch point along the customer's journey with a business. I'll be focusing heavily on the citizen's experience as well. So wherever I speak of businesses, government is also to be considered insofar as it is relevant. Now, there is no shortage of customer experience resources on the internet, but there is still room for conversations that demonstrate the relevance of CX principles, practices, and ethos across all sectors, across businesses with few or hundreds of employees, businesses at different stages of development, profitable or struggling businesses, high-tech, low-tech, or no-tech businesses. Customer experience isn't a one-size-fits-all conversation. It isn't limited to contact centers, nor is it limited to an ability to automate or implement multi-channel or omni-channel experiences. Technology won't fix problems humans don't first take time to fully understand. Technology, while a CX solution, also needs to have its own CX framework. In the Jamaican market where this podcast originates, internet penetration stood at 55% in January 2020. As at that date, only 8% of government services could be completed online. In the private sector, there is also much work to be done. There are many businesses without any web presence, social media included, and even where there is an online presence, very few are well maintained. Even within the financial sector, where digital transformation has been happening at the fastest pace, end-to-end online services are still limited. Social media inbox and timeline interactions have provided an affordable new channel for businesses, but for many reasons, which we'll explore over the course of the show, those new media channels may not be the best for all types of interactions. Customer experience management must exist wherever the customers are expected to meet the business. A seamless in-person experience beats a frustrating conversation with a chatbot. CX should be front and center in digital transformation efforts. No segment of customers should be written out of the new journeys being designed. Still, while limited service channels is a major problem for some Jamaican customers, sadly, it is the service experience at the available channels that generates the most frustration. An impressive customer journey or one-off enjoyable customer service exchange at any single channel is never guaranteed. In fact, for many Jamaicans, poor customer service is expected, especially within certain industries. Customer satisfaction metrics are not as readily available in Jamaica and the region as is the case in Asia, the US, UK, and other markets. These are some of the things we'll explore as we go along, how to create an environment where that kind of data matters. Along this Centering CX journey, we will also be exploring CX implementation across sectors, industries, and within specific local, regional, and international companies, the failures and the success stories. As we go on this journey of Centering CX together, there will be triggering conversations, there will be laughs, there will be uncomfortable moments. There will be learning, there will be unlearning. You may disagree, or you may hear your perspectives represented. My Jamaican audience should follow the code switching between Jamaican Standard English and Patois, while my international audience may have to dig into the transcripts to follow at times, but will become better at understanding the Jamaican dialect as the episodes roll out. This is also a sweet spot for the podcast. As the voice of the customer, it is my pleasure to give an authentic voice, and the voice of most Jamaican customers is bilingual. Now, my interest and background in customer experience management started well before I knew it existed as a concept. At age 9, I worked for 2 weeks of summer in my best friend's father's shoe store, and I can recall suggesting to one of the full-time workers that my friend and I make the trips upstairs to pull sizes, as we could go up and down the stairs much more quickly. I was not okay with how long customers had to wait. Since then, I've noticed a consistent desire to be engaged in work that expands the operations function to impact both internal and external customers directly. I spent a 10-year period doing just that, establishing a CX framework that worked very well for the organization. I exited that employment with excellent CX metrics to my credit. There are people who can function in chaos, but that's not me. I am only willing and able to function in operational dysfunction when it is my responsibility to fix it. A few decisions made in recent years, which went against that principle, resulted in a most frustrating period of life for me and ultimately forced me to refocus and launch my business, Customer Experience Consultants Jamaica, earlier this year. Customer Experience Consultants Jamaica stands ready to consult on, audit, implement, nurture, or refresh customer experience management within Caribbean organizations. We also offer a range of business support services, which can be viewed at our website, cxconsultantsjm.com. In the matter of customer experience, I hold several philosophies. No respectable company neglects the customer's experience. 2, no respectable company uses less than excellent CX metrics for their industry as their standard. 3, to confuse customer service with customer experience is akin to building a dream home without doors or any other security features. Everything is at risk. 4, service matters, interactions count. Service matters, every interaction counts. 5, minority shareholders should take a more active role in calling out growth and financial gains that are happening on the backs of frustrated customers. Finally, whatever the ROI is, it can be multiplied many times over with investment in and attention to the customer experience program. To close, it is my hope that Centering CX will empower customers to lift their voices and make their standards known, ultimately improving the standard of service offered across the region. There will be much for entrepreneurs, nonprofit organizations, C-suite executives, middle managers, team leaders, planners, professional groups, support staff, and line workers to learn as well. If you listen to the show and are introduced to things which you see fit to implement within your organization, do drop us a line to encourage the movement. By the way, be sure to subscribe to our channel for notification of new episodes, and who's to tell what other goodies you may benefit from. Thank you so much. I hope you will enjoy the episodes. I am hoping that we'll also build a vibrant community. Feel free to send your feedback. If you have ideas for other shows, feel free to share as well. Thanks so much and be blessed.